921 or Rev-Up office numbers are 572-0383 and 572-0215. Rev-Up St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Up next, Hard Drive with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Beaufort. Visit us at www.ramballysfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is ever.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on X, and also on DBS television. Welcome everyone to Hard Drive for today, Tuesday, the 19th of August. Tony, you know I'm counting down the days, man.
Yeah.
Counting down.
You're looking forward to it.
Oh, how you mean?
I was not aware because I thought, remember, we always say that you don't celebrate it, and I don't celebrate it in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like celebrate it like publicly. You understand? To make a big deal of it. And
I thought you didn't celebrate at all.
To announce that and this kind of thing.
That's what I assumed. I wasn't aware.
I mean, no, I gotta get my ice cream and my cake and all those kinds of things.
Okay.
Nah, for me,
now he tells us.
Yeah, for me, period. Let the day pass and nobody knows. I ain't doing nothing.
So you ain't having lunch. You're having breakfast.
The regular thing.
Exactly.
Nothing special.
Oh, but you make sure you have your ice cream and your cake on that
course,
day. Okay. Well, I assume that you wouldn't be doing any of that whatsoever.
Exactly.
No cake, no ice cream, no dinner, no lunches, no.
I just don't like announce it publicly. Like, a lot of people want you to know that's my birthday today.
That's right, yes.
I'll meet 1,000 people. I would never say
today's my birthday.
Everybody's different. Some people just say they're so happy to be alive, another day. So it's different from other days. Something special about a birthday.
I remember in St. Croix, on that date, I had to go and do something. Andrea and Keena, I don't remember what it was. I remember going in front of, let's just say it's a teller. Maybe it was somewhere in the bank or something. And, I have to present my ID. And I present my ID. The woman look at it, happy birthday. I'm like, oh, God. Imagine way back then I was like that. I'm like, oh gosh. I just, what I mean? I thought she wouldn't realize that, but wow.
Nah, they would. That's the first thing they would notice, because they're using your ID for something.
Yes.
So they would definitely notice that.
Yeah.
All right. So, all is well with both of you?
Yes.
In fact, no, I didn't actually introduce you formally, so let me apologize for that.
No worries.
So, Tony, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre.
Yeah, welcome to Hard Drive. Good morning to you, Keena. Welcome to Hard Drive.
Good morning, Andre Paul. Good morning, Tony Paul. Thank you. And good morning to our listeners and viewers as well.
That's right.
Yes, let's say a special good morning to our viewers on DBS.
Oh, yes. Good morning.
Yeah, let's make sure we remember them. Okay, so anything you want to mention before we move on?
Oh, you ready to move on quickly?
Hey, how you been?
We're gonna talk about
because yesterday we spoke about the crime thing. I think that took up like 90% of the show.
Oh yes, it did.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to cover. So go ahead, Tony.
Okay. The Culinary football thing continues. I have not really opened it as yet, but that continues for sure. They are awarding some of our really top footballers here in Laclery. Well, let me here in Laclery. Close enough. Yeah, so, people like, I mentioned them yesterday. Hala, I did not mention Hendy. You remember Hendy, of course.
Of course, yeah. How you been? I haven't seen him in a while.
Exactly. I think if he's not here yet, he'll be coming here really, really soon, back to St. Lucia for just for the award, to collect his award. They're looking at guys who played in the 70s and maybe early 80s, like your Halas and so on, your Hendys, and a couple of those who are still here. Steve Black, who passed away last year, he was awarded last year. So, Andre, I'm really happy about that he got his award before he died. That was just so cool, and he couldn't make it to come here. So these days, Andre, with between social media and the technology, he sent us a video of him thanking the guys who organized it, and that was just so wonderful, man. So yeah, he was awarded. He got a scholarship to play football in the States, and Andre, maybe that's why they thought you wouldn't come back once you go and study in the United States. Andre, most of them don't come back. Andre, most, if not all.
Yeah, but he could have told me something else. The guy at the embassy, tell me something else. Don't tell me I'm going to go live in the country. So, Tony, as we're talking about football, before I mention that, remember that guy, maybe that's the Hendy you're talking about? Is that the one who's kind of in the arts and so on, involved in plays and this sort of thing?
No.
He lives in the shortcut somewhere around there. Where is he? Where's that guy from Laclery? He's into the arts and stuff. He does plays.
No, man. Oh, you asking now? No, that's not Hendy.
Yeah, who's that guy? You remember him? From Laclery?
Live where?
In the cities, in the shortcut, yeah. I forgot his name.
I wonder if it's Hayden Ford you're talking about.
Right, Hayden Ford.
Yeah.
Where's Hayden Ford?
He's here.
He's in St. Lucia?
Hayden is here.
I thought he was hidden.
Maybe that's what it is. He's hidden. Hayden is very much hidden.
I haven't seen this guy in a few years.
He was with CSA for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hayden is still around. Maybe retired and just living a quiet life now. He wrote plays and everything.
Exactly.
I was in a couple of his plays. That he wrote.
Talented guy. Talented guy. From Laclery.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, just talking about the football thing, just very, very quickly. Are you familiar with a very popular football player
What's his football? Yes.
From Gaza. you don't know that one?
Yes.
You do?
He's
from Gaza. I'm serious. He's from Gaza.
What's his name?
I was trying to look up his name as we were talking there right now, but I just don't have the time to go. But anyway, there's a big story on this guy. Very, very good player. They actually have pictures of him and everything. Now, of course, he's in Gaza, and he's going through all the stress that everybody else is going through there. And the Israelis actually targeted him, and they killed him.
Really?
Yeah, they took him out.
What?
Yeah, that's a big story. I was watching it yesterday on Al Jazeera.
Andre, let me just say something, because it never really comes up when we're talking. But let me just say this, which is so freaky for me. Ukraine is being bombed up to, I think, yesterday or the day before.
Up to, I think, this morning as well. Or last night, a whole bunch of drones.
Exactly. Ukraine still playing football, yeah?
Yes.
Wow.
Israel is still playing football.
That's right.
Yeah, they're still
playing.
You understand? So is it that these fellas are protected or something?
Tony, it's a good question that you're asking.
I don't get it.
It's a very good question that you're asking.
They're not playing in their country because, for obvious reasons.
They should be sanctioned. These countries should be sanctioned,
Russia,
just like what they did to South Africa.
Yeah, Russia is, they banned Russia.
But you see, Tony and Kina, this is about money. That's what it's all about. It's about money. And I'll show you something a little later, hopefully, if we get there. Yeah. Right? This thing about those dyes that they want to ban. Kellogg's.
The food dyes.
Yeah, the food dyes. Right. These things are in the Fruit Loops and those kinds of things, right? They're just thinking about that now. Despite the fact, right, Tony and Kina, that these things are dangerous to children's health.
Many times, for years.
They keep
so
those dyes. You know why? Because money. They do not care. Yeah. They do not care. I told you what's happening there with some of the these companies that are investing there in that war in Israel, right? Again, they're selling weapons and this sort of thing, aircraft parts and things.
They're benefiting from it. They're making
money.
Millions.
They're also using it as a testing ground. They have all these new types of weapons and so on. This is time to practice.
Yes.
This is madness. Anyway, we'll get back to that. All right, so that guy from Gaza, he went to look for food. He went to look for food. Wow. Imagine, they said he was actually at his residence, wherever he was staying. And I mean, he couldn't take it anymore. So he said, you know something, let me just go out there to look for some food. Boy, as soon as they spot meat, they took him out.
They wanted to send a message.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they wanted to send a message.
And by the way, there's a leaked video right now. I think the former head of the Israeli intelligence agency or whatever it is, where he's admitting that, as far as he's concerned, right, for each Israeli that was killed, you could take 50. And yeah, he's actually saying so.
That's morally unacceptable.
He wasn't aware that he was being recorded actually, and that came out. That came out. So they're denying that they're not killing people deliberately. They are.
It speaks to the mindset that normalizes violence.
Correct. Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. Exactly. They actually caught him. He's actually on tape. Yeah. So he said the only thing is that he regretted saying it. Yeah, he regretted saying it. Anyway, let's
the truth comes to light.
Yeah, exactly.
No
one way or the other, right?
Way or the other.
All right. So the Thomas O'Bread place. Yes. I forgot to do my duties yesterday. Today she has chicken pilau.
Oh,
okay, so Yaslin has chicken pilau today. She says that the customers are actually asking for it. Yeah, that sells very, very well actually.
And she gives a lot too.
She gives a lot.
Yeah, that bowl is filled to the
to the brim.
Yes.
To the
and it's
brim.
really tasty. Yeah. And it's not chicken without. It's not pilau without the chicken.
It
has chicken in it. Just letting you know.
It does.
You know, some people sell things for you and it's missing. They would say maybe chicken chow mein and you get just a few, not with the
chicken.
No.
Yeah, you get the real deal.
Yeah.
So don't forget the Tomaso bread place today. You can enjoy chicken pilau and of course the usual sea moss flavors, including coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular sea moss with flaxseed and chia seeds. All the good stuff that gives you good gut health. Okay. All right. So anything you want to mention before we move on?
Oh yeah, in Michigan, a dog was it went viral because a canine, right, at a police station. It went viral because it ate its officers'
Food. Patrol.
Yes. They did a mugshot and everything of that dog. Yeah, you should see it online. It's just so funny. The officer said he left, just stepped out for a bit. When he came back, the canine officer was just, going at his meal. Oh boy.
I agree. Yeah, human food.
And what it made me remember, just Tyson right here. I was like, I wonder if Tyson did something similar.
Yes, he got punished. He got punished.
As soon as you mentioned it, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I wonder if Tyson ever did something similar. You know why? Yeah.
Yeah, but we're waiting for the autopsy results, and I hope St. Lucians will not allow the authorities to get away with this one. But anyway, that's for another show.
No.
All right. So the issue of the crime situation, the Prime Minister addressed the issue, and he said that the police will be implementing stronger measures to restore public safety. This morning, was it this morning? No, yesterday morning, I went down to the city before I actually got to work. So I was in the city, say about 4:15, somewhere around there. And I saw, I was heading to the city to take care of some business at 4:15.
Oh wow!
So when I got to the chaussee near the graveyard area there, I actually saw a police officer on St. Louis Street, right? And he was kind of like in a position where you can't really detect him. Yeah. So he had a weapon. He had his high-powered weapon there with him.
Okay.
So that's one I saw. That's one. So I don't know if there are others in unmarked vehicles. I don't know if that's one of the strategies that they're using, because I don't know the unmarked vehicles, to be honest with you. I don't.
None of us know, and it's
I don't
good
know
that
that.
we don't.
Yeah, but I saw that one police officer there. Now, the thing is, right? The minute things get back, quote unquote, a little quiet, those measures are just abandoned.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you think, or is it that we don't have the resources to make this a sustained thing? All these hot spots and so on, to have this as a regular part of policing.
But something that's been crossing my mind of late? I remember years ago, maybe it still happens, that almost every time you walk, every corner in the city, you'd see a police officer or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, or maybe they're in plain clothes and we don't know. And what I went back to after the shooting on Saturday, I'm like, were there any police officers around on the street at the time?
No, obviously, I didn't see a single one. At least on the video.
Well, on the video, but the police didn't come out to say, okay, there were police officers there either. And then I was like, but wait, it's Saturday, so many things, it's busy on that particular day. And if there were no police officers within that vicinity when it happened, it actually was like, okay, what's really going on?
You know what you see a lot of? Traffic officers.
Yeah,
You see
we do
those?
see a lot of traffic
The traffic officers? Because, I mean, it's a way of raising resources for the state.
Not only that,
And I don't have a problem with that, you
Right.
don't misunderstand me.
there are a lot of traffic violations taking place,
In
and
the city.
violators
Right.
of, like, the vehicles and so on who are not licensed and registered and so on. So they are on that big time. But
Okay.
Andre, you are correct. It is a way of raising resources for the country.
Yeah, and I'm saying if they can react that way, every time you have these situations, you hear the response from the police is that have a heightened police presence and this sort of thing, right? Why can't there always be a heightened police presence, especially in the environment that we're living in today? I mean, St. Lucians, we just have to understand that this is how it's going to be unless we start behaving ourselves. But every time things kind of simmer down a little,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
We go back
Yeah.
to
go
normal.
back to
life.
the barracks.
Yeah, but it could be a case of resources for true, Andre.
But Tony, we have so
We have
many
so
new
many
recruits.
new recruits.
We had how many new recruits all the time?
Yeah.
So where are these people working?
Maybe the
during-
police stations
during
or
the
Pushing
maybe
pens.
they still
Yeah,
they
all of
patrolling
that.
during the day, I believe.
Yeah, during the day mostly.
Yeah.
Because as we know, our laws, the way it works is that if you are working all kind of strange times of the day or night, you have to be paid double and that kind of thing. Weekends, maybe triple. I mean, I just say the triple part, but you have to get double paid and all of that. So perhaps those are among some of the things that are sort of barriers, if you like. That's why it's not there 24/7, 7 days a week. All through the year, that kind of thing. So that's just my thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe this is something when we have these press conferences, especially the press, the meet with the ministers and so on, right? That they should ask the Prime Minister about that. Why can't we have a heightened police presence all the time? What's the problem?
Who knows?
With all these new recruits?
It may happen next week because they meet just before, what they call it, pre-cabinet briefing, right?
Yeah.
Pre-cabinet, right.
So they meet every Monday and they ask the press, the press asks them questions and so on. So Andre, now that you're talking about it,
That should
just
be a
perhaps-
question.
Because the
that might
police,
be a
the
question.
increased police presence, is really necessary. Yeah, whether it's in a crime hotspot or not, it's necessary because you never know what could happen on any given day.
Exactly,
You know.
and especially in the environment that we are living
Yes.
in today,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So they know. So why is it then that they usually in these particular areas when we have the rise in
Because
the
they know
escalation?
where it's starting
That's
from.
where they are. All how you see them, that's where they are.
Yeah,
the hot spot.
Yeah, the hot
the
spot.
hot
yeah.
spots, yes.
I saw a fella released a video. I watched the video yesterday in the Marshall community, showing how Marshall was so dead.
Mm-hmm.
When I say dead, meaning there's like no activity. He was panning the entire length and breadth of the Marshall Street, the main street in
really?
in Marshall there. And boy, let me tell you, some people tumble along in mid-skin by voice notes and so on.
Oh, wow.
Oh man, they tumble along in mid-skin, Gasa. Yeah, they give him some good pressure because he was kind of like blaming the government for what's going on. And that's what he was doing,
Okay.
in effect. So people didn't take kindly to that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the Prime Minister also urged compliance with the general public, which he says will assist law enforcement in preventing the free movement of criminals across St. Lucia. Now, that I didn't quite understand what that means. Do you get that? Asking the general public to cooperate with law enforcement to ensure or that they prevent the free movement of criminals across St. Lucia.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I
know
can tell you
someone
what
has
it is.
committed a crime and you may be taking them from one location to another. You're part of it.
Oh.
So you're moving them from maybe Castries, taking them to Soufriere, or maybe moving them from Castries, taking them to
Oh,
another location.
okay, so that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. Read it for me again.
The Prime Minister
just want to be
urged
sure.
the public,
Yes.
which he says will assist. In other words, he's asking the public, right, to comply, right, with these stepped-up measures and so on, which will assist law enforcement in preventing the free movement of criminals across St. Lucia.
Right.
What's your understanding of that?
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was like when something happens. Because when something happens, for example, Saturday shootings and so on, people are not running. Well, they first run away from the scene because you hear shots, so you run away.
Mhm.
After that, Andrew, the people go running back.
Come right back.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man. And at that time now, let's say they call ambulance, they call police and so on, or police may have heard it themselves and they think, okay, let's go there. At that time, Andrew, crowds of people just there around, you know what I mean? And maybe the criminals are still around or something, you know what I mean? And I thought that's what it meant. That's kind of what that was my
No.
interpretation.
I
Free
think
movement is
Kina,
after a crime is committed, you are aware of it and you pretty much get that individual from one location to another safely
Yeah.
without detection.
and it sounds like something that would make sense.
Yeah.
When I say makes sense, meaning what Kina is saying there.
Say it again. Maybe I'm lost. I'm a little slow.
Okay, so say for example, Tony, I think that's what she's saying. So say there are individuals who know the perpetrators of those shootings, the latest shootings, right?
Right.
Okay, and these are your partners.
Yes.
So instead of leaving them in the city where the police would most likely come look after them, you now will say transport them, whatever means, via boat, via public transport,
Or
via
maybe just
whatever.
from one house to another. If that person lives there and maybe you live just a few blocks and like, okay,
Got it.
that kind of thing. It could
Got
be within the
it.
same vicinity as well.
Got it.
Now, one of the
But
people.
for me, that's just not harboring a criminal.
Yeah, that's what it
Aiding
is.
and abetting that crime
and you
as
have a
well,
lot of
too.
families who
That's a
do it.
charge for that,
Families,
too.
especially, Tony.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Families want to protect each other.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, considering that this is what the environment that we live in St. Lucia, where family will protect family for the most part. Yeah, for the most part. I'm saying the government has to come with other strategies, because if you're going to be depending on the public, right? Which I mean, I know it does happen that the public does cooperate, but when they cooperate is when it has nothing to do with them personally. Right? If it's somebody else, they may give information, but for their family members, that's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, in
Right,
some instances.
So while we can understand appealing to the public and so on, and it's a huge part of crime fighting, when it comes to family, friends. I was listening to a clip this morning. I played, I think, from a resident of Patterson Gap, and he was saying that apparently one of the victims is a friend. Is a friend of somebody
affiliated
who
with a gang.
apparently affiliated with
Oh boy.
criminality and so on.
Sheesh.
Of course, maybe they know things that we do not know.
Yeah.
Most likely. Yeah.
Do you know where Patterson Gap is?
I think it's somewhere not that far from New Village in that area.
Yeah, she's kind of right. She's kind of. I think
going
it's the
up
next gap.
Where? Let me hear you.
This is New Village.
Where's New Village?
Come on.
Where's New Village?
It's on the chaussee opposite that
the bank, the one that used
that
to be a
credit
bank now
union
is a
in there
credit
by
union. Jano, I
Canis
think is
Bakery.
Jano
Jano.
there?
Yeah.
Bakery.
So
And
that's
you have
there. Then you have, I think, the next gap that you'll find would be Patterson's. Yeah, next gap.
Patterson Gap. Again, somebody
Where is it?
can rearrange my ignorance. Is when you leave Leslie Land, you pass the Marion home, right? There's a little gap that goes in there, right there. You know what I'm talking about? There's Elastic Hill. Right? Okay, when you're in Leslie Land, you have Marion home. You have you have Elastic Hill, and if you go down a little further, there is Patterson Gap right there.
Patterson's gap is between.
I gave up.
Let me get to you.
I just had someone call
remember?
it, so I really
So
was
okay,
wrong.
let's leave that to the listeners. They will tell us exactly where Patterson Gap is.
Yeah.
By the
Okay.
Marion home, you take a left turn in there. Before.
No, you say you're going to Water Oaks Road.
Right.
So you get to the Marion home. There's Elastic Hill. You know where that is? That's on the left side. You go down a little further. There's a little gap right there. There's a community inside there. That's called Patterson Gap.
Okay.
But again, let the listeners.
What is
say.
the one? Let me just ask. What is the one? Right after, like I said, the next gap you meet on the left-hand side when you're going down the Chaussee Road. After you
You mean
leave.
Le Panse?
The one that you mentioned. The one that you first mentioned.
Oh, you mean after you leave La Panse, that other gap
And you
right
go
there?
in there.
That other gap inside of there.
inside
is-
there.
She mentioned it.
That's
She
where
mentioned it.
I got
And there's
confused.
another one. There's another one.
No, don't get confused. You mentioned it and you're right. What's that gap called again? Opposite
No.
Janu.
New Village.
Exactly. New Village. After New Village, that next gap you're going to meet on your left-hand side is Patterson's Gap.
Now I thought you should have talked about Piaz Gap.
Oh, there's Piaz Gap.
There's Piaz Gap.
And
Now I
Oh.
thought, again, excuse my ignorance. I thought New Village was when you get when you're on the Calvary. When you get to the bottom of the Calvary, you're going to Chaussee. There's that community in there. Isn't that New Village?
Yeah, it's you get to the bottom of the Calvary.
Right.
There's that community inn.
Right,
It's after. It's like
that New
there will be
Village?
2 left turns after that.
Oh, you see how we don't even know. We need signage in this country, man. We need signage. I've
Yeah,
said
it's
so already.
right there by Cara's Bakery.
Yeah. So I think
that's
the-
the landmark
the
right
road
there.
in
Cadas
there.
Bakery. You go inside there?
I think that's Piaz Gap.
No, that's part. What's New Village?
And there's another gap. There's another gap after the one you're talking about. That one is opposite Dr. Simmons' office, right there.
That is
what is that one
Patterson's
called?
Gap.
What?
Let's leave that alone.
But that's what I've been saying all along.
Let's leave that
Oh,
alone.
it's like heading to court.
Let me see if
So-
anybody-
Somebody will tell us.
Somebody will tell us, I
Anthony,
guess.
you see, Anthony knows the city like the back of his hand.
Oh my word.
So Anthony will tell us, all right?
So far on Facebook, nobody has mentioned.
Let me
Don't worry
see-
about it.
let's see
Anthony,
WhatsApp.
Anthony will tell us. Anthony will tell us. Okay, Anthony, that's your job for today.
Oh my god.
So the other somebody said Tony's mistaken Piaz Gap for
Oh, maybe we.
That's Gap for Patterson's Gap.
I think that's what I did as well. With the
we need signage in the country. If I were a potential MP, that'd be my major focus.
Okay, let's see. Someone says on
signage,
WhatsApp.
signage. Anyway, the Prime Minister also emphasized the fight against crime must be a shared national responsibility and assured that the police force will work tirelessly to dismantle criminal networks. Okay?
Okay, great.
All right. Well, I don't know why we had to wait. Huh?
That should have been done.
Why do we have to wait until it gets to this stage now to say about dismantling criminal networks? This should have been done already.
Working on that for quite some time.
exactly. So every time there is the same thing. Yeah,
been
stepped
working
up
on
this,
it for
stepped
quite
up
some
that, and the
time.
other. We're taking this thing lightly. Yeah. All right. Okay. Tony, we had Marcellus Steed yesterday. Castries North.
The independent candidate.
Yes, hopeful
Okay.
for Castries North, and it was a very, very interesting interview yesterday. He generally is or was a supporter of the Labour Party, right? But he said that they've moved away from their core principles and so on. He said the principles espoused by George Charles, and George Charles was the founder of the party and so on. And he also spoke about the same thing happening in the United Workers' Party, where they moved away from the core principles established by Sir John, right, the founding fathers of the party. He spoke a lot about those things. So he's kind of feeling as though, well, you know something, I used to like those principles, and since they're not really there anymore, I don't want to be involved. Both parties.
Both parties.
So he's going on doing his own thing. I think he spoke very, very well yesterday, Tony. I think he's going up against a behemoth, right? But you just never know.
You never know.
You just never know. Maybe he's sparking something in people's minds there right now by basically identifying certain things that he feels that the incumbent, the current MP for Castries North, Mr. Stevenson King, is letting the ball. Dropping the ball. Okay, dropping the ball. I know for sure. I've been trying to get this gentleman for the last how many weeks, trying to call his phone. I don't know if he's aware that his phone has a problem, but you just cannot reach him. Cannot reach the gentleman. I've tried and tried and tried. I call via WhatsApp. I call, regular call. Can't get through. So, Mr. MP for Castries North, I don't know if you're aware of the fact that your phone has a problem. Maybe he's not aware of it, Tony. Maybe he wasn't aware.
Let's go back to
Maybe
he wasn't aware.
Maybe you put in it that way that his phone has a problem.
well, exactly.
But what was
exactly.
one thing yesterday during that interview that really resonated with you yesterday, with the independent candidate being here? Because you live in Leclerc, after all. Is there something that he said that really struck a chord that was like, okay, he's really, apart from him, having a good discourse with you, what else did he say?
I can tell you. I have never, I think Tony may say differently, I've never had a visit from the MP at my home. I've never seen him.
I remember you said that a long time ago.
I've never seen Mr. King in that fourth lane Leclerc. I've never seen him. To say he comes at my house to have a discussion, we just never had that. Right? So
I was wondering if this time around if he would do it, Because just this morning I thought about it, especially when you were playing Marcellus the news clip. I was like, yeah. I know he has been around in the area campaigning and canvassing, they call it, right?
Canvassing.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? Marcellus has been canvassing?
No.
Honorable Stevenson King.
Marcellus that's a different story.
Maybe he thinks fourth lane is a given. Maybe he thinks that's a given.
Yeah.
I good to go.
Yeah,
Not every day.
perhaps. But you know, the old folks have gone. We are the ones who are the old folks now.
Exactly.
Andre?
Oh my God.
Almost all of them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're gone or they just there. You know what I mean? They're old.
I find myself having to pay somebody to clear off the drains. At least my drain. Yeah, I have to pay somebody to do that. I shouldn't be doing that actually.
Yeah.
It's the job of the MP to ensure that these things are done.
Yeah. When you pay
Okay.
when you paying whoever to do your drain, tell them just go a little lower.
Actually, one time I did it, you know.
You see that?
Yeah, I did it one time.
I know.
Oh my
with,
gosh.
with KB.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw Tony, I said, oh wow, I said, KB, go and fix up Tony. Go and fix up
Yeah,
Tony.
okay. Maybe he didn't.
No, he did. He did.
You saw him?
He did. Yeah, he actually organized it for you.
Okay, I know Josie Ann does.
Mhm.
She has her nephew, the nephew.
I know Josie, and let me say that Josie has been trying to call Mr. King for a while now
She
to
too.
talk about the speed bump for the first lane. Imagine that's not her lane, huh? She was in the fourth lane. She's worried about the first lane where you have the school.
Oh, right.
Okay, there are two schools there, right, Tony? And of
Yes,
course the bakery.
yes, yes.
And guys are just speeding there like it's nobody's business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a problem, Tony, and I said to Josie, if you can reach him, tell him that.
Mhm.
I want to put up a mirror outside, in fact, on her side of the property, because when I'm leaving, I'm coming out of my garage,
Mhm.
I can't see a thing.
Mhm.
I don't know what
Oh.
vehicle, I have to be tooting my vehicle, the horn like as loud as I can.
Mhm. It's
Right?
true.
You know who's the biggest culprit coming on that lane there, Tony?
Me.
Blau. No, Blau, man.
That's right.
Yeah, Blau. They just come down there, either he reversing or he driving down. The other day, it's a good thing. That
Hey,
was
they're listening, by the way.
good. The other, let me see, was it last week? Last week Wednesday? Last week Wednesday or Thursday? I was coming out and he was coming down the lane, and of course I just took my horn, beep, and he took his.
Okay.
If I had just come out there, he'd hit me.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So I said to Josiane, if you can reach the MP, please tell him that I need a
But
mirror set up there.
What about his constituency office? Isn't it? Can't y'all just go there?
That's what
Well,
I thought of this morning.
I
when
will
it
not
came
go
to
there.
mind. Yeah, I thought of that.
I
But
will
I'm
not
like,
go there.
Gee, that's another one again, Andrew. I don't know about his constituency office at all because I mean,
So when Bax was saying what he was saying there yesterday,
Mhm.
you asked me a question.
Right.
So these things resonated with me. I said,
Okay.
yeah, that's my experience.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And this is a huge mistake. I was talking to the other independent candidate for ancillary canneries. I was saying the same thing to him. How is it, right, that they're able, these politicians, when especially they're looking for public office, they want to serve, they're able to go on all fours and clean the community. They can clean the drains. They can do all kinds of things. When they win, is another story. You don't see them. So they have to devise a strategy to ensure that the people are taken care of.
Which is, I
Yeah.
suppose, the constituency
Yeah,
day.
they should have somebody or some bodies at a certain point there, either
certain
maybe
points
every
in
6
time
months or
going
so, going
right.
from house to house.
Yes.
What's going on? What can we do for
I
you?
agree.
I
But they
remember
just-
he had, we talking about Honorable Stevenson King, right? He had Egbert Andrew as his
Attaché?
attaché kind of thing. And on his constituency days, Egbert used to be in his office. I remember that really well, and he would take his messages and so on. He would see the people and so on, you know what I mean?
I don't have time to go and sit in any constituency office to wait for an MP. I don't have time to do that because that takes forever. Sometimes,
Isn't there someone
sometimes-
there that you
hold
could,
on. Sometimes they don't even show up.
That's what I just said about Egbert what we
Oh,
used to
wow.
do. You know,
Sorry, you said
let me
that.
make sure I say that clear because people hear what they want to hear. Egbert will be there to sort of cushion that if the minister himself does not show up. That's what Egbert would be there to do.
And you, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, but I'm thinking that there should be someone in the office if he's not there yet. If his time is from, okay, let's just say I'm talking about all ministers here, whether they're in opposition or not. That, not ministers, but you know what I mean. Isn't there they have their constituency office and they have a receptionist or someone that's in the office that, takes the messages or
As you said,
No?
yeah, like on a daily basis, that person would be there, like
Yeah.
like you say, receptionist, and there
Isn't
in
that
a
what
desk
happens?
and everything. I don't know. I've never been
No,
to
I'm
anybody's
sure that's what
constituency
happens.
office.
And if it's not
Neither have I.
happening, then
Yeah.
I don't know.
When back set up, you know what I mean? We'll check out back. We'll know I'll know more about the constituency office.
But the sad part, Tony,
It's how Tony said that when back set up. Lord help me.
but they all do the same thing, you know. You know that. They all
once
do the
they get
same.
once they get a
in
ministry,
there.
yeah, they get a
I think
ministry
they feel that you ought to know that they are busy, that they have a
When
ministry
someone
to
is
run.
going through a very difficult time or they need something done in their constituency, they don't care if you're busy or not. They need it done right away, depending on the need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And for a lot of people, if you made it your duty to be at their door during election time, literally begging and trying to convince them to vote for you, why is it so difficult that when they do go to your office or they try to reach you? And not only that, it's one thing to say, okay, I don't have your number, but it's something else to say, you know what, call me, here's my number. And then the person takes the number and the person calls and you don't even return the call, let alone send a text message to say you're busy, you missed a call or something, you know.
And I understand, because you can't return every call because
yes.
we're assuming that we're the only ones who called.
And that's where the constituency office comes in. When the minister can't be around or take return calls or respond to everything, the person who is in the office is the one that should be taking the calls, taking the messages, passing it on, and maybe calling that person back to say, you know what, I spoke to the minister on your behalf and he said to come then that particular day or so on. I'm assuming that's what happens. I don't know.
But you said it, Andre. It is, I mean, truth be told, let's be real. It is extremely difficult. Yes, you take the time because you're canvassing, you're going house to house and so on. You can do that then because you're looking to get votes and so on. You take the time off. Let's just say from your ministry, you take the time off and figure because this is the time to do it. But it's it's how it looks, how the people see you. I see you then. Why can't I find you after I have elected you into office? So for the minister of government, this is how it looks. Andre, Spider said it already. Almost all the other politicians who've been here, they have said this already. It's just difficult when everybody's going to come to you for favors. How do you do it? Sometimes you take it out from your pocket. Most times, I suppose, you take it out from your pocket. Maybe you could afford it. So take
you
it
might
out from
think
your
they
pocket
can afford it, but how many people
the
are
big
coming
bucks
to
that
them?
you make, you know what I mean? The big bucks that you make, you can afford it. Messier, that was a joke.
Yeah, boy. Well, it's a faux pas that they keep making, because I keep asking that question over and over again. How is it that you can be so loved by the constituents, and then a few years later you are loathed by the same constituents?
Because you ignore your people.
I don't know, but back in the day, somehow the politicians before, they were always around. You always saw them.
You fine?
Before, I mean, like, you're looking at years. I mean, I was young. You always see them around.
When you were young, to me, I was not seeing any politicians.
Well, I was.
What you?
Yeah.
Where, Sufra?
Yeah, man. You always see them around. Yeah, man.
Andre?
No,
I don't know. When I was growing up, there you always see the politicians.
Tony, in our case, because my grandfather was into the politics
big time.
And what he would do when the guys come around, which is once every 5 years, they would give him a vehicle. And remember, all for the 5 years, Tony, he's driving a whole thing.
Yeah.
And we get a nice vehicle to drive.
Yeah, election time.
To go and pick up
people to vote.
Yes, that's what he would do.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And he used to take me. Tony used to come as well, right?
No, I know. You remember I was a bad boy.
I used to go with him. But you know why? Because for the first time,
you ride in a nice car. Vehicle.
Talking about that, you know what I realized on my way to work this morning? Just out there on the wall, there is a voters list that's still on the wall there. I'm like, huh? How is it still there? Like right out there, a set of a string of papers. They kind of string together, and they're around like right there.
A voters list.
Yeah.
And what is?
When I looked at it, I'm like, what's that? And then I'm like, I saw election something. I was like, okay, well, something on there.
So with the voters list, you can see who voted and who voted where.
No. It's just if you the areas that you're supposed to be, whoever is supposed to have it or whatever, and then you go and be like, okay, are you in the right location? So if you're supposed to be voting, I can't remember what they call 1A or B or something, right? You go there and be like, okay, they'll let you know, hey, your name is on that list, or is it not? You should go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So Tony, going back to what Kino was asking, that's the only time we would see them every 5 years. So that's how it was.
Every 5 years.
Yeah, you say you saw them all the time.
What?
Yeah.
We ain't seen them people.
Once every 5 years, they come around, and they know Lack is a person that would assist them, So they will give him a nice vehicle for that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they take it back.
They give him a vehicle for that day and they take it back.
As
Lord.
our partner Grip would say one, say two.
Yeah.
Stevenson King. Gosh, I'm trying to think of before elections, during elections, whatever, you know what I mean? He used to come around us, you know, when we used to be down the road like Larry. After we played football, remember Andrew used to hang out?
Of course.
Stevenson King sat there with us, Andrew, quite a few times. I'm being honest with you.
How long ago was that?
A few years ago, quite a few, maybe as much as maybe 10.
Okay.
As much as
Well,
maybe
at
10
least he
years.
was still around. Maybe he's around, but you're not
these
seeing him.
days we just don't see him.
Yeah, in fact, he's very quiet these days. You hardly hear
really,
anything.
really quiet.
You
Even
hardly
his
hear anything.
ministry, he's quiet. And I mean, Steve, what's happening with you, man?
Tony, maybe you
back
should try to
smells.
call him. Maybe
I-
he'll pick up the phone.
I
Maybe he'll
have.
answer.
I have.
Yeah, he's tried as
I've
well.
left messages.
You'll
as
do the
well.
man something, man.
Yeah.
He's-
According to Andre, maybe his phone
He
is
got lost.
not working, or,
Yeah.
or it got lost. The number that we
Maybe
have.
the number you'll have. Maybe.
Just perhaps.
Maybe, yeah.
Well,
Possibly.
you know, I mean, I said those things hoping that maybe he may not be listening, but somebody will tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, hey,
And
come and check
like-
your business. I remember. I was
You
at,
want him to come to lane 4?
I was at a party. Well,
Like very
among
period.
other lanes,
Exactly.
lane 1, 2, and all them.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I remember I was at a party one time, and a fella who was my partner, right, had a lady there, okay, and I'm linking that with the politicians, huh? So he had a lady there, and the lady asked him whether she can dance with me, right? So he said, of course, as anything else. So I'm dancing with the lady, and I could tell she wanted more than just a dance, right? I could tell her. So when the song was over, I went to my partner. I said, partner, go and check on your business, all right? Go and check on your business. Now, he knew exactly where I was coming from. I'm saying that now, juxtaposing that against the politician, all right? You're slacking off. So go and check your business.
I agree. Yeah. There was something I was going to say, you know.
Yeah, otherwise, another man going to steal her.
You know, that's why Desrel released the car.
I heard you yesterday.
It was really good.
I heard you yesterday. Asked me about the story behind the car. And all that. Yeah, I heard the story. Yesterday.
Yeah, really, really good, man.
Yeah.
Yes, but in terms of the politicians, guys, according to Andrew, let me tell you, check on your business, because
Yeah, go check on your business.
Yeah, you
because
need to.
the people.
That's a vote lost, eh?
A lot of
That's
times,
something to do.
Andre and
Yeah.
Kina, this is what happens. When they eventually come around this time, or next year will be even worse, because next year, I mean, this year we'll have what, 4 months or 5 months in it. Come next year, we're going to start seeing them going, you know what I mean, making the noise and with the vehicles and so on, and passing in the house to house. And people tell you, get out. A lot of times people tell you, move from there.
No, by
because
that
they're
time,
in your
people
face.
are like, you know, they're not,
Yeah.
they're numb. They don't want to see you anymore. They've already made the decision by that.
Yes,
Mhm.
either
Yeah.
deciding not to vote because they put all their trust in you and believe you would have gotten things done, and they realize you have not gotten anything done in
So
particular.
just imagine the party with all their hoopla and coming up with all, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And just because of that one politician not being there, you lost a vote. You lost many.
Yeah. And some who already tell you they just don't vote. Remember, Marcelo, because I'm so close to him, this is the first thing that would come out of my mouth. Marcelo said it yesterday, you know. You go around and you see nothing. It's as though nothing being done in the community. But Andre and Kina, when this man first started telling us about that, maybe it was us he complained to first because we are his closest friends. Andre, he was making noise, talking loud, like, you know, he's just so upset seeing nothing is being done. And things that he said it yesterday, things that he wanted to see happen with the court, the field and so on.
The club.
And so he see like nothing was happening there, you know. So he started telling us about that, and trying, like he said, trying to find him to talk to him, and it's just nothing, you know.
And those points that Marcellus was making, it had nothing to do with him personally, you know. This is for the community.
It is.
Yes.
Because remember, the basketball, this is huge.
Yes.
Because remember how he's saying basketball changed his life.
Exactly. The only thing, again, time, you only have an hour. Let me tell you, wow. For him, it's like I was going to ask him, but how? Because he skipped endless. I have no idea who he played for. I think he played for VBCC. Then maybe he played national. Well, of course, St. Lucia. But because of time, he did not even have the time to go into all of that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That was like specifics that he didn't get into. All he said was, I played basketball. I think he mentioned St. Lucia. He was captain of St. Lucia. One of the best that came out of St. Lucia was Bax. Played college basketball in the States and so on, you know, and was pretty much successful at it. You know what I mean? And
Every time I hear the nickname Bax, it does something to me.
Uh-huh.
And I asked him how he got that name yesterday. Yeah, a partner of ours.
Yeah.
We call him. Well, his name is Kieran, but his nickname is KB. Yeah, so he gave that story. He said KB. He was doing something and
riding his bike or something like that.
Something
like a chicken back.
Yeah, chicken. Because he's a slim guy.
Oh, right.
You know, he's slim. He's real
So he
slim.
looked like a chicken back on the bike?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Exactly. Imagine KB scored like that. KB scored like that.
Yeah.
Why?
And that's the thing, chicken backs, but you can't say chicken backs so often, right? You know what I mean? Or chicken
Yes,
back, you know what I mean? No, just back, just like me toenail.
Right.
After a while, the fellow just cut that take out the toe and just nail. You know, so we had it with there. Speaking of which, names and so on, Andre Hayden, Lynn, let's say good morning to our partner Lynn Ernest.
Yes.
He sent me a message saying that Hayden is now blind.
Oh, okay,
So he stays home and so on.
Okay.
I had no idea. Andrew. I had no idea. I just realized I don't see him.
All right, because I haven't seen him for a while. Yeah, thanks a lot, Lynn, for that information. And I kind of spoke about Lynn yesterday in relation to the Culinary Health Center and my experience there.
Oh, okay.
Now, you know, I haven't been back there since, and I will not go back there unless, of course, I'm carried.
Even that Bax mentioned as well. You know, we'd love to see much more done with that because it is the same way that since we were kids.
Yeah,
we were
same
kids,
thing.
Do something with it. You know what I mean? So he has some vision. You know what I mean? He has some vision. He has some ideas. Yeah.
All right. Well, let the people decide. In relation to the politics, we had we have a brand new program on Rev-Up called Powell Politic. That started yesterday at 5 o'clock. So I made sure I was tuned in, hosted by my very, very good
really
friend,
good.
weather
Really
lady
good
back in the day, Mary Polius.
Yeah.
Wonderful human being. Yeah, she's sweet, she's wonderful. But you know, Tony, she's a straight woman. You know, you cross her and she will put you straight. You understand? But apart from that, lovely lady. Okay, and so she was on yesterday. So I listened, and I was really impressed with her command of that Creole language. I say, wait, miss.
Yeah, she has a good command of the Creole
And
language.
as she kept talking, I'm going to add this little piece. As she kept talking with the Creole, I started feeling like, wait a second, I ain't no Creole, man. Because she was so fluent, she was so good. And she also has, what I forgot, that Mary was a politician. I actually forgot that.
Yes, that's true.
So because she has the knowledge of things in the past, that kind of thing. Yeah.
And the for our first program, calls came in.
Oh, great.
Calls came in. I went, what?
Yeah.
No, but she did a really, really, really good job.
Yes.
Really good job.
And listeners, fear not, because it's going to be a Monday to Friday. If you missed out yesterday, there's today there's Wednesday, tomorrow, and Thursday, Friday.
I
So fear
imagine.
not.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Just 1 hour.
Exclusively on Rev-Up St. Lucia.
Yes. And I did ask her the question. I said, Mary, that's an hour, boy. What if your first program nobody calls? She said, I have enough stuff that I could talk about.
She came prepared.
You're very,
She came
very
prepared.
much prepared.
Right.
So I thought, you know, when Tony took the break, Tony said, Ukakute, Powell, a politic. Compliment. So and so.
He said?
No,
Oh.
I heard they waiting for that.
Oh, you.
English the man talking. English the man talking.
Mary might teach you a thing or two.
I think so.
You know. I'm not saying that you can't, you know.
Yeah, what's that probably? What's her name?
Be as fluent as
Our
Mary.
girlfriend Lucita Jean-Pierre sent a message which
I'm not
we'll read
that
a little later
fluent
on.
at all. I'm not even close.
I'm not fluent, but I could speak Moisa Pale Creole.
I can speak it, but I have to think it first.
Me too.
And that's why I get messed up.
Why I get messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't just flow. Like I was about to say, Ipaka just flow. You know what I mean? Ipaka just flow.
Juanita is so good at the command of the language.
Who?
Too. Juanita
Yes.
Brittany. Oh my God.
What if you know Juanita?
I think so.
You worked at RCI sales for all.
Yes, of
oh
course,
my
of
gosh,
course I know her.
Juanita,
Yeah, of
oh
course I know her.
boy, Juanita,
Yeah, nice
it's
girl.
so good. Yeah, yeah. I get confused though because some people speak it so well. They have a great command of the language that when they start, I'm like, what? What did you just say? Yeah, they speak so quickly.
Yesterday, I was in Nairobi. So I said to her, Nairobi, do you understand Creole? She told me, not really. So I said to her, who speaks Creole at your home? My mother. So I said to her, so when does she speak Creole? When she doesn't want me to understand what she's saying. I said, oh, so you know that? Yeah, imagine
At
the
least
kids,
she's
the
aware.
kids are aware of that,
Yes.
that once you speak Creole, it's something
It's something you don't want.
they don't want you to hear.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
And I think that's how it was in our household. Can you remember?
I suspect, Andre, may see if you didn't say it. I wasn't going to say it if you didn't say it, but since you go there, yes, I rather suspect, Andre, that's how it started when we were kids. But we hear it so much, we started understanding it. Because it was spoken so much.
Yeah, and I think especially when you see Auntie Adele would come around, them two people would be talking in Creole on purpose because we understand Jack.
That's right. That's right. Auntie Adele, wow. Auntie Adele was a wonderful human being too. You know.
Yeah, she
Mama
was.
was
She
great,
was.
but Auntie Adele was up there too, boy.
That's true, Tony. That is true. That
Yeah.
is true. These people, my God, man, there's a cut above the rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, folks. So don't forget, check Mary Bolius. She'll be on this afternoon. In fact, Monday to Friday,
Yes.
exclusively on Rev-Up from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's called Powell Politic. And you know, our St. Lucian people, we love a politic already.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes. So whether en Creole or en anglais, parole politique, nous aimons. Miss what's that?
You had to throw that one in there. Go away.
So so just finally before we end, there was an interesting story I read yesterday. A black brother from New York City. He had racked up a water bill of $5,000 right? Now he said he didn't know he owed that kind of money. Now Tony, that's just a poor excuse. I mean, you must be aware, unless maybe you just maybe he didn't get the bills or whatever. He just
No,
didn't
but you're
attend
living
to
in
it.
a house and you do not know you have to pay your water
You have to pay
bill.
your water bill. I'm always saying, right? Even
How?
if Wasco doesn't send me a bill or Lucy,
go
like,
get it.
I will go and pay it,
Yeah.
right? I'll go and I'll find out what's going on. But you know, a lot of us, we like it when you see we don't get the bill. We say
You figure, okay, nothing.
You hear my shot?
I didn't get
Yeah,
a bill.
you figure you didn't get a bill, so you have nothing to pay.
Exactly. So he racked up a water bill of $5,000.
Wow.
So now he wasn't aware that in New York City, right, the city can actually take action against you, right, by selling. I think they said like the okay. Let me see if I can read it. According to ABC, the city of New York can take action against property owners with significant water bills by selling the debts to a group of investors. So in other words, the $5,000, I'm selling that to somebody else. And when you see the people buy the thing now, the person now has the right to come and take the property.
What?
Yes, that's
Oh
the
my
law.
gosh, imagine he worked tirelessly paying his mortgage.
That's exactly what he said.
Oh.
Yeah, you heard that story, man. He said
Sheesh,
I
man.
cannot eat, I cannot drink, I cannot sleep. He said he worked for 20 years, right? 7 days a week to pay off that mortgage.
What?
And now they just come and just take that by man say man.
There's nothing he can do about it now, is it?
Exactly. He's already sold the thing, and that's the law. So there's
So
a
now he's homeless?
well, I don't know what the latest on that one is, but he's
Ooh.
going through a real rough time there, boy. Yes.
Ah.
So they say if the debts remain unpaid, the property can go into foreclosure and be
Ouch.
auctioned off. So it seems as though the man has lost his
Oh, I feel for him,
property.
boy.
Imagine that.
Wow.
So let me just give
How old is
our
he?
listeners a little advice. I didn't. I
Maybe
think he's Jamaican, but he's been living in New York because they said that they noticed he had a Jamaican accent when
Okay.
when they're speaking with
I'll
him.
maybe check out the story.
But you don't get an invoice, you don't get a bill from Wasco Lucelec. Go check it out. Go check it out. Because these days, you see where Lucelec is concerned. I'm not sure about Wasco too much. But Lucelec, if you see you don't pay that bill,
You can couple with.
it's AI that cutting you.
Yeah.
And AI have no
yeah.
mercy.
They don't
Then,
have.
talking about AI, let me get a little quick little story just before we end. Miss Nairobi was on my phone. And she's there having a conversation with AI.
Ah.
Yes, she's there, she's sending AI voice notes.
And his
Voice
AI is
and AI is there responding to this
Well,
conversation.
It will.
AI calls her kiddo. Yeah, hey kiddo.
Oh my word.
So Nairobi says, I'm very, very angry at you now because so. And AI says to her, calm down. Calm down. If you want to talk, I'm here. I'm here to talk. So when she was done, she said, maybe daddy, I'm afraid of AI.
No, because AI put her in check. She didn't realize that, hey, you know what, calm down.
Yeah, calm down.
AI
I'm
got
here for you.
into parenting mode right now.
Yes,
you know
yes.
what, calm down.
And she asked AI, what is your name? And AI said, Meta.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
My name is Meta.
Oh, my God.
I'm a computer, whatever it said. Yes, and I'm here to assist you. I say,
But
wow.
before I assist you, you need to calm down. You need to hold your brakes here right now.
Yeah. It was so interesting. I said, "Missy, boy." Yeah, amazing.
It's
Now
what she
another
said,
thing now.
she's
Head that one
afraid
up.
of it,
Head that one
though.
up. When I call my phone and I say Siri. No,
Yeah, Siri bail on you,
she
man.
there sleeping. Siri.
Siri took a
Oh,
break.
I have the thing off. Sorry. She's there. I have the speaker off. I'm sorry
Oh,
about that. Sorry
okay.
about that. Now, when I call Siri, Siri responds.
Right.
Anybody else who calls Siri, she ain't taking you
No,
on.
but it's your voice. It's
She
your
ain't
voice
taking you
activated.
on. She ain't taking you on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each phone has the
Wow,
voice
wow,
activation
wow,
for
wow.
the thingy.
Amazing, boy. But I like Siri. Siri
But so
responds
many
right
people
away.
use AI for so many different things, and AI have caused so many. Because I was reading another article recently, and this man, he came and he said that AI took him down a rabbit hole, and he actually went off. He was asking AI some questions, and AI kept on going deeper and deeper and deeper. He was asking AI something on stars and philosophy and so on. And the deeper AI went, he became more intrigued, and he had a mental breakdown.
Oh,
He couldn't handle it
I never that would
because
be.
it will continue. The more you feed Chat GPT or whatever other program that you're using, it will keep giving you information. So it was piquing his interest all the time. So he kept on going. It's almost like watching some series or something. You hooked
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point because of the topic that you pose to AI and you're asking AI questions. So AI is giving him information and he's going deeper and deeper, and he just lost it.
Wow. Mama.
So they came out and they said we individuals need to be very, very careful with what they ask AI, and they also said that individuals need to be polite to AI as well,
I think so.
because that if you continue just by not being polite to it, after a while it's gonna snap. Its responses to you would be very, very simple, and it would shut down.
Yeah, I think there's a story of a robot playing, I think, chess with this young man, and the robot lost, and it got angry. It
Oh
broke
my.
it broke his finger.
Yeah.
You can go and Google it.
Oh, I
yeah,
have to check it
that
out.
really happened. It got angry and it broke his finger.
Wow, just so many things that is happening now. Even China now creating artificial robots to have babies and stuff. Yeah.
Should Google that story.
Let me Google
It's
that
there.
one.
Okay, so let's get into the shout-outs.
Well, you know, she have to do.
Oh,
except if I
sorry.
open up.
You go
if I-
ahead.
okay.
And let me Google that story.
That's good. I mean, I'm glad that I can go ahead because the Facebook ones I find is just so
It
difficult
could be very, very long too.
and long and difficult, and they're very passionate. I'll read one of them that will freak us out, which I will definitely respond to. All right. Okay, so Sharon opened up, and Sharon says, "Happy Tuesday, everyone! Big up! A shout out to Marina in New York City." She says Marina is locked on.
All right, Sharon.
Maybe you want to pronounce it as Marina, myself. All right, so hi, Sharon. Happy Tuesday again. All right, Dakota McGuire, Cleveland, Seeley says, "Hi, guys, good morning. Pia Snappy, yeah, man. Good morning, my people. Do you want to read what you see? Because you
I
just
think
freaked
so.
out
You're
there,
they're
you
freaking
know?
out there.
Yeah.
What did you see? What did you see?
It says a chess playing robot. It got angry after losing a game. Apparently, it was so unsettled by the quick response of a 7-year-old, and it grabbed the 7-year-old's finger and broke it.
So I tell you, that really happened.
What?
Okay. Okay, all right. Sharon says, "What's up, John Snick Flavian?" Bonjour. John Snake Flavian, imagine that.
John
Marilyn
Snake
King says,
Flavian.
good morning, guys.
Good morning, Marilyn.
John McCurdy says, blessed or blessed. Good morning, Rev-Up family. Sharon says, Akama. Hi, bonjour, Akama, who is in France. Hello there. Sharon says, JP, ça va? JP is in Martinique. Lucita Jean-Pierre now checked in and said this. Good morning, Andre and Tony, Paul, and beautiful Kina. Kina, how is your daughter Snow?
Oh, Snow.
Terrific Tuesday to all.
Thank you for asking. She's getting better.
Okay. Pearl Food Baby and Henry says, good morning and blessed Tuesday to the Rev-Up St. Lucia family and all in the chat room. May you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Pearl. Have a good one yourself. Lucita Jean-Pierre says, good morning, everyone on the live Radio Garden and YouTube. Big up, Zepho, Pato, D, Francis, obeys. Enjoy the day. Lucita also said, Jerome, you cannot speak Creole. You're hosting a Creole, and I laughed my belly out yesterday. I was only seeing partly cloudy. I was only seeing partly cloudy voice, I show. Lucita, you're so funny. She also said, Andre, everything is about money. People selling their souls. Just shaking my head. Jan Blanswana, hi, good morning to you. She says, good morning, Tony, Andre, and Smiling Kina. A whole
morning,
truckload of
Jan.
hugs to all of you.
You as
have
well.
a productive
Right back
and
at
awesome
you.
day.
How was that?
Jan.
Okay, Jan.
Jan also says, Andre, you're not supposed to put out the strategy being used. You're making the criminals of what's up. You're making the criminals what's up, like meaning what's up. They know what's up. I disagree with you on this one.
Well, I mean, if they know that they're being watched, I think that'll act as a deterrent.
Perhaps, I think.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Now, here comes Sheet Chub. Sheet Chub says this, Rev-Up is becoming an SLP station. That's where
Really?
I said to her, I'm going to go. So just quickly, Sheet Chub, listen carefully. Andre, we started off with Meet the Opposition. That went on for about a full year. A lot of people started seeing us as a
UWP station. That's exactly right.
But the difference was
In fact, people went even further and said that Mr. Shasney Sr. owns this station.
all of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah, I had to actually provide a particular person, right, with documentation to prove that we pay rent here.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right. Anyway, that's lengthening it a little too much. So we also had the idea to have, this is Andre's idea, straight up. Even long before we opened up, Andre and I had conversations like crazy. And he said to me, yeah, man, one of the things I want to do is meet the opposition and meet the minister, man. That's, I really, really want to do that.
As a matter of fact, I approached the ruling party first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they are the ruling party. Okay? So we approached them and they didn't really buy into the idea.
That's correct.
Okay, they did not. Eventually, so we went on, meet the opposition. They came up, which is Nancy, came up and said, yes, we want to do it. And they did that close to about a year plus before. And then we reached out to the government again, SLP, and we said, hey, we would still love for you all to do this. Eventually, they came on. Once they came on, now they had other ideas as well.
Exactly.
Okay? Then Powell
Politic.
was born. Here's what it is. For you who thought that we were such a UWP station, if UWP want, they too can now come and say, hey, we want to have another program, which is their own, whether Creole, Anglais, Spanish, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
We are a privately owned business, and we would love anyone as long as we think, it's appealing. You know what I mean? It have appeal, okay? And it can bring us more listeners.
But I like it when people accuse you, when I say you, I mean us in this particular situation, of being either this side or that side. Sure, we're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a good job because they're accusing us of being both.
Right. I do suppose. Okay, so I kind of really couldn't wait to get there. So She Chub, I know how you feel and everything because, you feel like, hey, we're drowning your party, but hey, if they're ready, I'll just repeat myself on that part. If now the UWP is ready and they realize, wow, SLP have some programs there, we're open to it as well.
And I remember even when I discussed that with Tony, and I suggested the 2 hours. Yes. Tony wasn't in favor of that.
Exactly. Andrew,
he wasn't in favor of that at all.
Exactly, because I just thought, now I'm saying, for now, let's go there, meet the minister. Remember when we discussed this with the producer of the program, I don't know if you want us or his name mentioned, the producer of that program, because that program is well produced, okay? We said 2 hours.
Yeah.
We said 2 hours. Let's do 2. Well, Andre is the one. Andre, let's do 2 hours, because we are seeing Meet the Opposition is doing 2 hours, and still sometimes 2 hours not enough.
Yeah, it's true. They want to go on. They're actually asking for more time.
Okay.
And you notice, Tony, from the time the Labour Party started doing the Meet the Minister, every single minister who appeared there as a guest has said it's not enough time.
It's not. It's not.
Every single one has said that. It's not. I remember the last Mr. Edward was there. He said, "We done already?"
That's right.
We done already?
Andre, this was not even Meet the Minister or Meet the Opposition. This was Meet what's it? Baxter. Was he going up as again? Meet the Independent. So I was Meet the Independent, right? 1 hour is not enough, like I said. You know what I mean? 1 hour before we knew, and we did not even take
calls yesterday. Yeah, so he may have to come back.
Exactly. Okay? So I just really had to clear that up a bit. All right. So the next one that came in was this. Elsa Hippolyte. Hi, Elsa. Good morning.
Hi, Elsa. Good morning.
Elsa says, greetings. So Mr. Paul, my Paul brothers, Kina and all in the chat room, great vibes. Have a fantastic day.
You as well, Elsa?
You as well, Elsa. Kisses. Mwah.
Lucita, I don't think so, because both the opposition and the government has programs on the radio station. Lucita, thank you very much. And we know where Lucita stands.
Oh, definitely.
You understand what I'm saying? Lucita, I think you are right, you know. Septima Joseph says, good day to all listening. Thank you, Septima.
Hi, Septima. Good morning.
D. Francis checks in and says, blessed morning, everyone.
D. Francis obeys, blessed morning to you as well.
And she goes further to say, my sister Lucita Jean-Pierre, blessed Monday. Andy Cyril. Andy says, New Village first, then City Gate from the Calvary. No, you're wrong about that, boy. City Gate.
City Gate in Leclerc.
Yeah, City Gate is kind of Leclerc.
That's the whole way there.
Yeah. So you're wrong on that. And I think I accept that I'm wrong too, Andre, with the Patterson's Gap thing. I think you got it right. Some of the listeners were saying that. So maybe when we go to WhatsApp, they may send it.
And another important question is it Patterson or Patterson's Gap?
I think it's
I think it should be Patterson Gap.
I think it's Patterson's Gap.
I think it's Patterson's.
I think we say it's Patterson's.
The apostrophe S?
Yeah,
Patterson's
but
Gap.
it's Patterson.
Maybe
so it's Patterson Gap.
The same thing with St. Jude.
For example, you have the Lazarus funeral home. In the alley says Lazarus is.
Lazarus is right.
And Lazarus. Lazarus is.
Right. So the apostrophe S, I suspect, that plays a role. Like I just mentioned the hospital. The one in St. Jude.
That's right. It's St. Jude.
Right.
St. Jude Hospital, not St. Jude's Hospital.
Right. But
so you might as well say Victoria's Hospital.
Good one. Okay, so Andy, that's what it is. Andy, you kind of got that one off. Okay, Arthur Charles checked in. He says Pierce Gap. So maybe where I'm talking about is Pierce Gap.
So there's Pierce Gap and Patterson.
That's right. That's right. Okay, and She Chubb says,
Good morning, She.
Alcest Joseph, I'm so happy to know that you guys are there. Check in all the while, man, so I can give a big shout out to you. Alcest, good morning. Delphina, right? Right, Delphina? You're not there, right? Okay, so she says it's Pierce Gap as well. So I know I'm wrong.
All right, cool.
Yeah. And She Chubb says it doesn't have a problem, Andre. Not too certain what we were talking about at the time. It doesn't have a problem, Andre. Alcest says, hi, everyone. She Chubb came right back and says, Andre, stop looking for excuses. Again, not too certain what she was talking about at the time. Andre speaking the truth. Okay. Alcest says, hi, Kina, Jovenel, Granny, hi. Delphina, Tony, Paul. Okay. Yeah, man. So that's what I thought. Right, exactly. That's exactly what I thought, that you were there, man. Good to hear from you, man, Alcest.
How's Jovenel doing?
I was just thinking of her. Morning, Joella.
Okay, right.
And your lovely daughter.
Okay. Whom I have not seen us yet.
Yeah. Nice girl. Nice
Okay.
girl. Well, yeah, very friendly.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Jojo.
Jan Blaswarner says, Andre, you're too dangerous about his phone not working. Go to his office or wait outside his government office. You're not trying enough. I'm wondering if that's what She Chubb was also saying, maybe something to do with Stephenson King.
Maybe.
Yeah, just perhaps, because not too long after, Jan Blaswarner said that. So Madeline Alexander says, good morning, lovely people.
Good morning, Madeline.
She Chubb.
Hey, Madeline, good morning.
Right. So it must be Stephenson King because she came right back,
Most
she Chubb,
likely.
and says this. Andre, he will tell you it's out of his jurisdiction, his favorite words.
Oh, gee. Yeah, I guess if he said that to that person already.
Maybe so. Or she-
Maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Madeline came back and says, before elections, they walk house to house. And when they win, they forget people's address.
Yeah, it's a big mistake that they all make.
Yes.
It's a mistake
Huge
that they
mistake.
all make, and then they're shocked now when they unceremoniously remove.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
They're shocked.
Mm-hmm. So Madeline says, thank goodness I don't go to them for any favors. Lucilla says, my point is why St. Lucians keep voting for these politicians. I just can't get it. Because we need people to rule the country, to run the country.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see.
And remember what Pope Francis said, the late Pope Francis,
Mhm.
choose the less of the two evils.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's good
But
advice,
that's,
actually.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Jan says this, all three of you can talk from now
Until
to
doomsday.
That's right, until the moon and sun stop shining. So wait for election time again. We go see them around, I guess. Nancy Grayson says, back in the day, I always saw old man Bousquet. He was always in Barbaro and loved by all. Every funeral, every event. That was a real politician, one without a PhD, but the best.
See?
Madeline says he's feeling something y'all cannot feel for him. All of that must maybe because we did stay on Stephenson King and for a little bit, so maybe all of that's what they were saying.
Oh.
All right, Lucita says good morning, my friend. All right, Madeline says good morning, my darling. They're just answering one
sweets.
another. Madeline says you guys renting the Creole, but you cannot parley it. Madeline, behave, Cole. All right. Anthony Alexander, your boy and my partner Andre checking in says, hey family, good morning to all. Andre is correct. Tony and Kina have no idea.
I know, right? Thanks,
Who was that?
Anthony.
Who was that?
Anthony,
your partner.
your partner.
Yes. What did he say now? He didn't say exactly where is what? Because
No.
he knows the city
He
like
sent
the
a voice
back of his
note
hand.
actually.
Oh, he did?
So yeah, on WhatsApp, the WhatsApp platform.
Okay, so Catherine McPhee says, good morning, Rev-Up team. And she says, blessings always.
Morning, Catherine. Blessings as always to you.
Morning, Catherine.
Lisa, I ain't calling you Alexandrian, except if that must be a middle name for you or something. Not that I know who you are. So you're Lisa Duval. Okay. She says, good morning, Reverend family. Lisa Duval. All right. Linda Williams says, can't the government help this child in the hospital? The one that was shot in town. Can't they use the CIP money and send him to Martinique or somewhere or something, not wait for his demise?
So I wonder what's going on with that young man.
That's the thing.
What's the latest on his
We haven't
situation?
heard anything.
Yeah. I remember the video.
I remember seeing the video.
And you remember also there was, now that you mentioned that, there was a story I think from Cicerone
Mhm.
a few years ago where a young boy was shot, I think, and the bullet was lodged, I think, in the back of his eye or somewhere around there.
Mhm.
And he was losing his sight. And oh yes, I think they needed to remove the bullet.
Mhm.
And I don't know what happened,
happened after
to that family.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Do you remember that story? No, you don't recall.
No, I don't recall.
The incident happened in Cicerone. I think it was a stray bullet, and it hit the boy in his head or something, and they said that the bullet was actually lodged there. But it's very complicated to
Cicero?
remove it. They couldn't perform the surgery in St. Lucia.
Mm.
Yeah. I actually got in touch with the mother, but she never followed up on what I had suggested to her at the time.
Mm.
So I'm wondering what's up with that boy. Anyway.
Okay. All right. Joseph says this. Hi, Tony. Tell Kina it's Jovenel's granny, Delphina Joseph, and she says, stay blessed, everyone.
Hi, give Jovenel a hug for me. Jovenel is my cousin. My baby cousin.
Okay.
Well, cuz,
All right.
how are you?
Arthur Charles says it's Pierce Gap and not Patterson's Gap. Patterson's Gap is higher up the Marion home.
There you go.
Yes,
Oh,
and you know he would know.
yeah.
He lived.
Yes, he lives there. Yeah, he lives in Leslie Land.
Right. So thank you, Arthur and
Thank you,
Andre.
Arthur.
You are correct. You got that right. Whoa, Patterson's Gap, Pierce Gap, Patterson's Gap. Okay.
But you know, it's a gap you pass by. You don't even notice it.
Patterson.
Yeah, you don't even notice that.
You don't
Okay.
even know. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
just think of it. Right when you pass the Marion home there,
Mhm.
it's on the left side.
On the other side.
If you
Okay.
if you're heading down to Waterworks Road,
Right.
yeah, you don't even notice it.
Okay. That's it.
That's it for
That-
Facebook?
that's it for Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah, man.
And I think one of the victims from the latest shooting was a resident of Patterson Gap.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. On the WhatsApp platform, Josiane was the first to chime in. Josiane says, "Good morning, Rev-Up family. How you doing, Josiane?" Kisses. Mwah. Moving
Morning,
on
Josie.
to the second individual. The person says, "Morning, brothers and Kiki. Tony, yesterday was my wife and myself's second anniversary. Just tell you we had a ball. Very simple but great. I love her so much."
That's who?
Grape 2, whoever it is.
Oh, my partner, Gripson. Yeah.
So what do you call himself? Grape 2?
Well, that's what it's saved on here. So
Oh.
I don't know. Tony would know.
Yeah. What
Okay.
happened is like his second phone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Someone else says, "Good morning, guys. You always talk about Radio Garden, but just to bring you..." Oh, wait, 1 second. "Good morning, guys. You always talk about Radio Garden, but just to bring to your attention, in the UK, we can get stations out of the UK. So there's an app called Radio Box that is just as good. Keep up the good work. So proud of you all."
Radio Box.
Yeah.
Radio box.
And
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
pull
some
up with fire. That
countries
one?
limit radio stations from other countries.
Ah.
Yeah. So Radio Box, that's that. Okay. I think you told Tony about this footballer from Gaza.
Mhm.
So someone sent a photo, Tones.
Okay, so
Oh,
Tony,
good.
take a look at it, Tony.
I got it right in
Oh,
front
you
of
got
me.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, Suleiman Al Obid.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Black guy, Andre, as a matter of fact.
Hmm?
Yeah, black
Hmm.
guy. Wow.
Hmm.
And he just left where he was because he's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't getting
Yeah.
food. He went to get something to eat. And I suspect they recognized him and they took him out.
That's crazy.
Hmm. There's another story. Little boy, you see the little boy chatting with the guy there. The guy left the unit, the Gaza humanitarian, whatever it is they call it there. He actually showed him. He took a picture of the little boy. He's talking to the little boy, giving the little boy some food and so on. Okay, and he's speaking now to Al Jazeera and say what happened. He said after had that conversation with the little boy left with the little food that he had, was walking a little lower down, and they shot the little boy. Yeah, he spoke about that, and he said when he saw that, he left. He said, "That's it, he's done." So now he's like a what do they call him again? A whistleblower. Yeah, and the Israelis are mad at him. They're mad. They're upset with him for doing that.
And you could just imagine what they would do if they
So
found
now they're
him.
talking about him, what he's involved in. He's a this, he's a that. Just like you have Karim Khan from the International Criminal Court. So now they're saying things about him that he's involved in some sexual something.
They're trying to find something
Yeah,
to pin on
to
him.
pin on him. Yeah.
Oh,
Boy,
boy.
they don't play.
That's crazy. Someone else says Hayden is blind and lives in the city C next to the town hall in Castries on St. Louis Street.
Yes, somebody sent me that.
Okay.
So Tony, no wonder we haven't been seeing him.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah, boy.
Someone else says, "Good morning, Kina, Andre, and Tony. Have a good day from Tekla L. First time seeing you all on television, LOL. Laugh out loud.
Oh, really?
Yes, looking good.
So she's watching on
Thumbs up.
DBS, no doubt?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, probably DBS in the South.
Good morning, Tekla. How you doing, my love?" John Quinlan says, "Andre is right. Patterson's Gap. Pierre's Gap." Yeah.
Well, I get it right sometimes. Yesterday I said the double homicide on the Derek Walcott scare happened
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
I was wrong.
It seemed like it
I
was
was wrong,
because
yeah.
it's
The time just
time
goes
flies.
quickly.
November
Really quickly.
2024.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone else says that's A.G. Simpson. He says, "This one is for you, Andre. If you are caught on tape several times denying things you said, and ever so often a tape comes up with you saying the same thing you denied, since they say every liar is a thief, who's a criminal in politics. I think Kina is right. Andre is right about Patterson's Gap. I used to live there. Tony is mistaking Piat's Gap for Patterson's Gap.
That's true.
Yeah,
Thank
Tony,
you,
Tony
AJ,
did
again.
say he's.
Yeah, man.
Someone else says, I think that's Piat's Gap, right after New Village. I think someone we got it wrong. Yeah. But thanks so much for chiming in and letting us know, we do need signage.
Definitely.
Yes, we do need that.
And the number of people who come from down south, they have no idea. As far as streets are concerned in the city, they do not know. And you can't blame them.
Yeah.
Because there's very little signage.
Someone else says, the lane belongs to me, Godmore.
Who's that? What's that?
The lane belongs to me, Godmore.
Blau.
So I have reached out to the Rep. Stevenson King to put up a sign saying Nicholas Lane. So you and the residents know who the lane belongs to. If you want a mirror, bro, take one from your house.
No, but I can't.
If you want a mirror,
sorry.
take one from your house and place it on a pole outside your garage. Nah, he can't do that. No.
Yeah,
He can't do really?
It's a special type of mirror. You can't
Yeah,
just
that
put
you need
any
to put
mirror.
there, Godmore.
There's a particular type of mirror that you need.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because it's dangerous. Me coming out of that lane there, I can't see anything. We could end up in an accident.
Yes.
And it almost happened with him, with Godmore.
Oh, yeah,
It
I
almost
remember
happened.
you said it earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a guy who just reverses. You know what he does? He reverses from the top of the lane, and he actually speeding when he reverses. Now imagine him coming out now.
Every time I pass in by your house, I keep thinking the same thing.
How do you come out, Tony, out of your place there? Because I see you usually reverse, right?
Hardly ever in reverse.
Oh, really?
All the way to the top. Hardly ever.
No, when you're coming out of your garage there.
I reverse.
Yes.
I turn.
So how do you manage that one? Because you can't see anything can you see?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. I take my time. I look to my left, look to my right, nothing coming. Then I just go. I come out in reverse and I go drive up straight, up the lane. Yeah. But he figure he ain't turning, he just reverses up the lane. And sometimes when he's going home to park, he from the top of the lane, he reverses.
Yeah, and he has some speed.
That I didn't realize. I thought he used to come down slow. By the time he passed my home, or maybe by the time he passed my home, he slowed down then.
So as I said, there's a certain type of mirror, okay? And it's not only me. I've said it already. For the first lane, we need a speed bump there,
Yeah.
right? So,
But with that comment, he's just being facetious as usual.
as usual.
Yeah. Somebody else says, Ivy Virginia says, good morning, Tony, Andre, and Kina. I don't usually follow politics, but a gentleman on Monday show really made me think about voting. He could change many minds. That's the independent candidate. Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. She also went on to say, I also enjoy the new 5 p.m. Creole show. I've learned new words and had to really focus to understand. Tony, you will have to try the Creole. Keep up the good work, guys. That's from Ivy Virginia.
All right, Virginia. Thank you very much.
Thanks for accepting my call, Mr. Sylvester says. He sends a heart and he says, Mary Polius is a tough cookie.
She is.
Yes.
Let me tell you that.
Anthony chimed in. He sent a voice note. I'm not sure. I think he's giving directions.
I think so.
You want us to play it or just move on?
Can you play?
Let's hear what he says.
Good morning, Rev-Up. Yes, Andre is right. Pat's Gap is Dr. Simmons' office on the Chaussee Road there.
That's
between
Pat's Gap.
Village and almost to the graveyard area there. That's Pat's Gap. Pat's Gap. And where Andre mentioned higher up the Marion home and everything like that. So on the left hand side there, the little community there. Yeah, that's Patterson's Gap. Okay, so Kina and Tony, I don't think they have it correct. Okay.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah. So where Dr. Simmons is there, that's Piat's Gap.
Yes.
Right.
So the gap now opposite the credit union, where you had the bakery right there.
Opposite the
We
cemetery.
write about that one.
So
for
what-
sure.
Yeah, that's New Village.
New Village.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so New Village starts from where? From the bottom of the chaussee, right? From the bottom. meeting the intersection with the Calvary Road. So New Village starts there and goes all the way to that gap. No.
No, Village is you just
It's just
going.
that
You see the you know the
lane.
Cadas Bakery there?
Yeah.
In that-
Okay.
You see that road that going when you go leave Cadas Bakery and you're going inside of
And
there?
that's New Village.
Yes,
New Village.
So
in there.
that community there, when you, say you're heading into the city, at the end of the Calvary, go into the chaussee. What's that community called? On the left
I
side.
cannot remember.
If you,
I don't
know
know.
where it is, but
okay, I don't know what he's talking about. If I know, I'll probably be able to help. You leave Anglican school. That's what you're saying.
No. So
No.
you're heading into the city. You're on the Calvary.
You're on the Calvary.
You get to the bottom of the Calvary
And there's
where you're
a
about to make.
preschool somewhere at the-
Georgeville.
Oh, right,
Oh,
right,
that's
right.
Georgeville.
Yes.
Ah,
Thank
yes,
you,
yes,
Cool.
yes, yes. Georgeville. That's
Georgeville,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
No signage.
No,
No signage. It never says Georgeville.
Yes. Someone else says the same. I didn't mention or announce my birthday. I don't want the attention. I think he's also talking about cooperation during roadblocks too. No, the water bill was that over previous owner and wasn't paid. He was paying a water bill that he has his name on it. The lien against the property address.
I know for sure the gentleman
That's the
said.
man in New York.
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
that he wasn't aware that there was a bill, a water
So
bill.
that individual
So
is saying that
maybe-
he did have a water bill on his name and he was paying that, and that one that day it was for someone else.
For someone else.
That's what the person is.
Because remember, he
saying.
was talking about how he paid 20 years paying that mortgage.
Yeah.
So that's his property.
Okay.
So maybe in 20 years he didn't pay water.
I think so.
Maybe.
I think so.
So someone else says, "Hi guys and Kina, I grew up in a house where my mother never spoke English to us, but she would sing all country music songs perfect. However, my father only spoke English to us."
Yes. and Papa was like that, right,
That's
Tony?
very true. He spoke English.
I think he probably spoke Creole more with Mama.
Mama, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone else, Barbara says, "My favorite people, good morning. Nice programming. Yesterday with Mary. Tones. Yes, I laugh at Tony yesterday too."
No, I never thought of it. I just figure, okay, when we're taking the breaks, I'll just do the little English part saying, hey, we're taking a break and whatever. We'll be right back with Mary. That's all I kept thinking about.
I think that's cool, Tony, because
Yeah.
I
No,
think
'cause some of the
at least
people,
one of the
yeah.
callers spoke in English.
Imagine that.
Yeah, one of the callers.
And I asked her that first. I say, Mary, I know this is St. Lucia. This is a Creole program that you're doing. What if someone, because I remember them doing that to Rick, somebody doing that to Rick, but it was the opposite. But if I need to come back, I'll come back to that. And I say, Mary, the person will probably want to talk English because they can communicate better in English. Mary saying, no problem. She just
Okay.
accepted.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone else chimed in and said, Andre, politicians will say everything they need to say in order to get what they want, and when they do, they can't care and they don't care anymore. It happens the world over. I think that's Jerry Ann or something who said that. Someone else, Alton Basie. I didn't click on that. I'm not sure what happened. Someone else says, Alton Basie Robinson says, New Village is right across the Anglican Cemetery where Zephyr's Bakery used to be. Piaz Gap is the next gap from New Village heading towards Mondidor Marsha.
Okay, yeah, we got that.
Okay. Someone else chimed in and said, the young child got 8 bullets and he's in ICU.
8 bullets?
What? There's a post on Facebook. He was with his mom purchasing school books and they both got shot.
And he's in ICU.
Yeah, that's what this individual said, and also said that there's a post on Facebook saying that he got shot 8 times. Blau, am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, Blau.
Blau. He chimed in and says, I hope it's a he, right?
Yeah, that's the same guy we were talking about a while ago.
Oh, okay. He chimed in and said, so Andre, you want the minister or rep to put a mirror for you?
Oh, that's the same thing.
Only you.
That's the same thing.
So he has 2 phones then.
Apparently. It's the same thing.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty.
This Blau was the last person to chime in.
He said a little more than that.
Oh,
It's
he
not
did?
the same thing.
You want the man to use the state resources. Yeah, that's pretty much along the same lines.
Basically, you want a man to use the rep to put a mirror for you and only to come out, you alone coming out of the garage. So you want the man to use the state resources to put a mirror for you alone to come out of your garage. Bro, I will but put a mirror for you today. Well,
So-
maybe the
so-
but that typo.
so
I will
on-
put a
He's
mirror for
going
you
to take a
today.
mirror from his home, maybe.
I suppose.
Oh, no,
He's just messing around. with you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also want the minister to put a speed bump in the first lane. All right? That as well. Okay. And now that I mentioned it, when Mr. Edward was here the last time, I said to him, there need to be a speed bump on the Thomas Road there next to that bakery. Okay, because guys are just speeding on that road like it's crazy. I mean, I tell you, I go there fairly often and I see it. I reminded him, I said, you there very, very often yourself, sir. He told me he applied for the speed bump for that road there. He said about a year ago, I think he said. It's over a year. That's what he said. So, in case you're thinking I'm looking out for myself, that ain't the case at all.
It's not the case.
Okay, so Tony, so you next is going to be Rev-Up the Homegrown.
Up the homegrown, Andre. And as we said, yesterday was really, really good. Today we don't have a guest, but as of next week we'll try to get guests for both days. And we will go on Facebook as of next week. Once we have guests, we'll go on Facebook.
Just be careful not to feature the music.
No, I figure most of it we will probably just talk to them.
Yeah,
And we can
Facebook.
we can do the
Facebook
music.
kinda.
You don't
I
play.
understand now we can do the music.
You can?
Yeah. I was told, and you know, from getting it from Fire is good grounds. What happened is these people, Facebook erases your thing in like in no time at all, a week or so. So they ain't blocking you or anything like that anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
In a few days, Facebook just erasing everything. Let's go. Start fresh.
You mean live videos? Facebook takes it off the platform after a month.
Live videos meaning
Yeah,
if we are like now we
after-
are we
yes,
on Facebook
yes.
after a month.
For music, I think sometimes you have to put a disclaimer.
You-
So they are aware that you're using something. And Fire is depending on the songs that you're using too. Yeah, depending on what platforms they're on, streaming platforms, or who has access to it, and or labels and so on.
I suppose if we interview a St. Lucian, because that's who we're going to be interviewing, St. Lucians on the program, and we play their music, a little piece of their songs and so on, then we cut it and we come back to them. I don't think that's a problem.
Well, let's make sure we dot our I's, cross our T's, okay?
Yes.
Because you see what they do, I shouldn't say that they blacklist you.
They flag you
They
sometimes.
they flag you. That's a better word. And then you cannot come on. Sometimes they actually flag you for months. I think it happened to RCI. Yes. So let's just be careful. Let's be careful. All right.
I have a joke for you though. If I were to tell you, I'm featuring a few songs because I hope to invite her here sometime, maybe next week or something, as long as she's available, and I give you the name Goddess Pretty, would you have any idea who I'm talking about? Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
If I say Renissa, you'd know who, right?
Renissa.
She has a lot of music out there.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. So you'll be having her soon?
I hope.
She's not doing a good job at marketing, Tony.
No, at all.
Wow.
Andre,
wow.
this woman told me, I mean, I had her before, and she's probably been recording songs on Facebook and so on, maybe over close to 10 years.
Imagine that.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
never heard of her.
She
That's right.
She spent a little time with us here.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. Renissa. She's a former Groselay
A queen.
Oh.
Carnival queen.
I know of the former Groselay Carnival. I think I met her. Yeah. I know her now, but not her music and so on.
Yeah. I like the vibe.
Yeah.
I like the vibe.
Yeah.
When she was there with us, I like
very
the
much
vibe.
so. Very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, she's on the more conscious level.
Right.
Yeah, especially her diet and things like that. She doesn't eat this, doesn't eat that. Yeah, she's on, and she's very slim lady. Okay, so we gotta wrap things up. This has been another hard drive for today, Tuesday, the 19th of August. You can join us again tomorrow morning, same time, 10 o'clock. And we have Rev Up the Homegrown. That's coming up next with Tony and Kina. And Tony makes his exit from 12:30. Then Kina continues. And by the way, Kina, anything coming up today that you want to tell us about?
Well, a new study gives insights on why some men stay in relationships they are not invested in. And I'll break that down, what the study says, why men stay in relationships they don't want to be in, but they stay in nonetheless. As well, drive safe, live safe. We're taking a closer look on the roads, the road conditions, and how dangerous they could be. That could lead to potential accidents. At 2 p.m., I have an exclusive interview with a cast member of Marked on Netflix. So... Marked. It's a series on Netflix. Netflix. So he will be. I'll be interviewing him at 2 p.m.
On the phone?
Yeah. Yes. As well, health-wise, brushing your teeth at night could protect your heart, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people go to bed and they don't brush. So it's very important that we do brush because it's going to protect our heart as well. As well, the Rev-Up St. Lucia News with Andre Paul at 1 p.m. and the hit of the day at 12:45 p.m.
And as a matter of fact, let me add a little something to the brushing teeth issue. This is important because we had the
child dentist.
The dentist here last week. It's Mojo Lucas. So much to say, because remember we have tonight
doctor in the house.
Doctor in the house.
Right.
So the guest last week, the guest doctor last week said, in fact, Dr. Suraj asked her, if you had to recommend any time during the day, because she was recommending we brush the teeth at least twice a day, and he said to her, if you cannot brush it twice a day, which do you recommend? What time of the day do you recommend? During the day or at night? She said at night.
At night.
And there.
Because she says that those the bacteria, man, they say they have a field day in the mouth, field day. So they destroy this and destroy that and destroy the other. Yeah. And that's why I think when I told her about how this lady went to get a cleaning and the teeth started falling off. And I'm telling you something I know because the lady's my friend. Right? And she said exactly what happens. Those bacteria attack the root, goes all the way down there, attack that, and after a while it just gets shaky.
Yes.
You may not even see it or feel it. It's when you see it, for example, you have a cleaning, then all of a sudden I think just drops off. Yeah. So he said if he can recommend any time, nighttime to brush your teeth. And I also said that my dentist said to me to not rinse the toothpaste. Okay? Just leave it in there. Just spit out and leave it in there.
Yeah. And let it do its job.
Yeah. I know for a lot of people are coming through one ear, going right on the next.
And some might be trying too, because I started it.
Oh, you did?
Doing it. Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
And there's a little plus to it. Give you some. The breath is nice and fresh. Yeah. Kind of sweetish kind of
it
taste.
Helps, yeah.
Yeah.
No more mints for me, because that helps. Because I love sweets and stuff and mints and whatever. So.
Okay, so Kina is going to be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon, from 3 until 5. Get it right. 3 until 5, Zen the DJ. Then from 5 to 6 until 6, we have Powell Politic. Okay, so don't forget Powell Politic between 5 and 6 this evening. And the hostess is Tony?
That would be Mary Polius.
Okay. Then now, it's all happening on Rev-Up from 6 o'clock until 7. Doctor in the house.
Doctor in the house, right.
A lot happening on Rev-Up, boy. What? So this has been our drive. Thanks so much for listening and thanks for viewing, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also on our very good friends at DBS Television. The program brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor, JJ's Mangrove, and Joseph Shipping Agency. Joseph Shipping Agency, the only agency in St. Lucia with 24 hours efficient service. When everyone else is asleep, we are awake. Call Joseph Shipping Agency at 484-8888. That's 484-8888. Joseph's Shipping Agency.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021 Castries or 758-454-9239 Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballiesfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
A vacation is a place where love resides, where peace reigns on the edge of tides. 12 bungalows built to your satisfaction. Dine in an exquisite restaurant on the water's edge. Escape to the Mangrove Hideaway, where life begins.
Tune in now, don't wait no more. Rev-Up 97.1, feel the beat from shore to shore. St. Lucia's not